to the second episode of Battling with Bourbon. I am again your host, Rockstar Johnny Nye, and we have
the whole effing show, MDV. Michael David Verduzco coming at you live this Friday.
Alright, so today we're doing another Fresh Crack Friday. We're opening the Hardin's Creek Clermont,
which is a new limited edition concept originally launched last year in 2022 by Beam Suntory. The first release consisted of 2 years and a 15-year, 4-month-old bourbons amply named Hardin's Creek Colonel James Beam and Hardin's Creek Jacob's Well, respectively. This brand follows up last year's release with an ambitious 3-part release named Hardin's Creek Kentucky Series, which will be highlighting Kentucky Terrier. The company states in their press release that each expression of the Kentucky Series is a 204-month-old, which translates to a 17-year-old bourbon aged at one of the 3 James Beam Distillery Company campuses, which is either going to be in Clermont, the next one Frankfurt, or the last one Boston, with all 3 liquids going in at the same time using the same mash bill. So the only thing that's going to define their taste profiles is going to be the lands where the barrels were stored when they were soaking up all that environment.
and after that quite long press release, we are going to crack this bad boy open, and you know it actually comes in at a SRP of $200, which is really reasonable for a 17-year bourbon at this stage of the game. Unfortunately, we do have a synthetic cork on this bad boy, so not going to get much scent from the cork. It is a stout cork.
Really, Beam? Really?
Not on a 17-year. What are you doing with the synthetic cork? Come on.
Now, with that being said, the little naysayers out of the way, you do get this nice little leather strap topper to go across, as well as a little bottleneck tie, as well.
A little taste of the title, Give Mike a little extra here. Yeah.
Again, this man's taste tests. He says he's Rockstar Johnny, but he should really be called Heavy Hand Johnny, if you ask me.
This is an interesting bottle. I like the leather strap on the top there. That's pretty cool.
Well,
all right, let's
give it a whiff and tell me what you think.
Give it a nose. Ooh.
Cherry all day.
There is some significant cherry. It definitely, I definitely can tell this is from Beam. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, I can tell this is Beam.
Now, does Beam do Old Granddad?
Yes, they do.
Yes. So this has very similar aromas to the Old Granddad 114. That's why I asked. I wasn't sure, but definitely has similar scents.
And what was the proof on this again? 110. 110 on the proof on that.
Checking out the packaging on this one. Comes in a nice little, looks like a tin, but it's not tin.
Ooh. That's very good. Very nice. That might be, off of first impression, off of first sip, that might be the best Beam I've ever had.
It's delicious. You definitely get that Kentucky hug on that first sip.
There is. Yep.
Not off-putting by any means.
No. Just
but you
enough.
do feel it.
Just enough. It does hit you, but we also just cracked it, so probably over time that'll go and dissipate.
Mellow out a little bit after it opens up.
But honestly,
nice legs on this one too.
Honestly, that cherry really comes through on the taste.
Oh yeah.
I'm tasting the cherry. It's like a cherry vanilla. There is
correct cherry vanilla, because I was gonna say very reminiscent of vanilla Coke or a cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
Normally I don't like cherry because it pulls through as medicinal, and growing up as a kid, I hated that stuff. It's terrible. Diamond Tap all day. Cherry Robitussin, get out of here. But this is not overpowering, not at all.
No, it's not medicinal to me. It's not a medicinal cherry. It's more of a maraschino cherry to a point, like a cocktail cherry.
Sure, correct. Yeah. Speaking of which, not that I ever would in a million years, but this might make for a damn good old fashioned.
Oh, it definitely would. The only thing is actually Manhattan with the cherry. I think a Manhattan would be
Manhattan,
because it would really accent that cherry. Yeah, I would have a hard time mixing this though in a cocktail because it's just, this is a neat pour all day. But yeah, the main, you definitely get the oak. For a 17-year bourbon is not over oaked. You know, sometimes you get that real astringent oak flavor that's just almost too much. I'm a fan of oak, but this is kind of that sweet spot in the oak profile where it just kind of brings out those sweet oak notes, kind of mixes with the caramel, the vanilla, and the cherry. That's really the main profile that I'm getting here.
I don't get the banana bread like I do with some of their other stuff, but I do still get baked bread, fresh baked bread. You know, even like a dessert bread scents come off. And then definitely I feel like cloven cherry. You know, cloven cherry and vanilla is what I'm getting.
I know Beam usually has some like nuttiness. I'm not getting a ton of nuttiness on this. I know a lot of people are kind of against the nuttiness that Beam kind of traditionally has. This doesn't really have a lot of that nuttiness that you would get. Kind of the closest thing to a nutty flavor that I would get would be almost like a candied pecan, maybe on like real faint in the candied pecan towards the end after it kind of dissipates on your palate.
I definitely get the candy pecan. You know, the candy pecan for sure.
But no, it's just really nice. I really like it. It's nice finish. Really, it sticks on your palate. Really coats your whole mouthfeel. Is very coating.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this compared to last week's Turkey Voyage?
Ooh.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's very tough.
So I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to come in and slam down the easy last week win from Wild Turkey.
Yeah,
for sure. And I do think Wild Turkey's Master Keep was a masterpiece.
Yes, it is.
Not a shot from it.
Perfect way to put it.
This is delicious. You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to the store to get the Master Keep, they had the Master Keep and they had the Hardin's Creek, but I wasn't looking to make it a $500 day. So I did not pick up the Hardin's Creek. I passed on that one and picked up the Master Keep. Now I'm kind of wishing I would have made it a $500 day. Yeah. Because this is pretty good.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have the funds to get this bad boy at the same time as I got the as I got the Russell's 13. So it was a good day. It was an expensive day, but it was a good day. I really am not disappointed with this. I feel like $200 is right on par for.
I feel like $200 is a god dang steal.
Yeah.
For this,
I agree.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I would have paid $300 for this. Well, clearly I wouldn't because I didn't. But after tasting this, I would give them $300.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like for $200, this is really like, this is the best Beam I've ever had.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I've not opened my Knob Creek 18 yet, so it's to be seen when I open that to see if it's on par with this. But this is the best Beam I've ever had so far, and I've had the 15, obviously the 12 Knob Creeks, different things, pretty much everything that goes along with the Beam. We've had a lot of different things, but this has been leaps and bounds above.
It's not too sweet, but at the same time, this shit's too sweet.
All right, so what do you rate this bad boy?
I don't want to come in with a number.
All right,
because I don't want to insult any last week's viewers.
I know, and to be honest, the Master's Keep is so different compared to this. I can't really compare them. As far as the number, I'm going to keep the number out of it just because I do feel this is a high rating. Numbers are kind of lucrative, people.
For sure, for sure. We'll go back to the thumbs up.
Let's go to the thumbs up and thumbs down, some sideways or whatever.
Some sideways, however you feel.
Yeah.
On the nose. Thumbs up.
Big thumbs up, yeah. How about that taste? We'll give it another go.
Thumbs up again.
Big cherry guy. Big cherry fan. and on the finish.
Thumbs up again.
Yeah, I mean this release and last week's release has just been very impressive. I mean, these are high dollar bottles.
This may be the best beam that I've tasted.
It is.
And I'll leave it at that. You know, I've tasted quite some beams.
Yeah, this is the best beam I've ever had. But, you know, we don't want to get too long-winded, so there's our video, second week. Come back next time.
As always, smash that like button, pound that bell, click subscribe, and we'll see you next week.